give you a sporty little convertible. This heat. Do I look good at least?
Yeah, I just feel bad. It's so hot and you're wearing that, you know?
I'm from Philly, man. I'm not used to this.
You're from where?
Philly.
Oh, man.
I came out here and I'm used to, you know, suits and stuff. Everyone comes out here, everyone's wearing polos.
Oh, yeah.
I just think that is. I'll get used to it. I think you got the right idea though with the shorts.
Yeah.
Y'all ready? Yeah. Perfect.
Hey, we're winning. Trust us. Mike says trust.
I trust you.
Trust me.
Good morning. Thanks for having me. Across the country, women's reproductive rights and individual broader access to health care is under attack. Justice Kennedy's retirement is not poised to replace it. We can only expect those attacks to increase. That is here. In efforts for safeguards for women's reproductive rights at the national level, it's critical that we stand strong here at the state level. I believe that women's health care decisions are personal ones that should be made with her doctor, not dictated by a political agenda. I believe that we should be protecting access to and funding for comprehensive reproductive services across our state. And I believe we should never be tying the hands of providers or the women they care for with deceptive practices or unnecessary restrictions. As governor, I will never legislate against a woman's right to choose, and will fight to support the health clinics that provide critical services to women. I'm running for governor because I want to build a state where every family has the opportunity to succeed, ensuring every Nevadan has access to the care that they need that is vital to that vision. I'm proud to stand alongside other Democrats and advocates who are fighting for the same goals that I am, because we know what is at stake this November. Adam Laxalt will not fight for women's access to critical health care.
You said are you a staff member?
He wants to roll back the clock on women's reproductive rights right here in Nevada.
You're an intern from Philly.
He's already used his taxpayer-funded office
I want to see how things worked out in the West.
multiple efforts across the country to limit women's rights.
Pay good?
He continues to stand by a man repeatedly accused of sexual assault.
No.
Laxalt even said he will look into repealing Nevada's law protecting women's right to choose. Nevada cannot be dragged down this path by Laxalt's far-right, out-of-touch, particularly agenda, which we cannot rely on a federal check to his dangerous plans. I'm proud to stand with my fellow advocates who are protecting women's reproductive rights and the health and well-being of our families. Together, we can make sure that Nevada is always putting our families first. Thank you. I would now like to introduce the next Attorney General of the state of Nevada, Senate Majority Leader Aaron Ford.
Thank you for that introduction. I'm honored to be standing here with you, our next governor, our next Secretary of State, and one of our next senators, state assembly. I am Aaron Ford. I currently serve as a majority leader in the Nevada State Senate. I'm currently running to become Nevada's next Attorney General. Nevadans deserve a Supreme Court justice who will apply the law fairly and protect the well-established rights of all Americans. President Trump's nominee is, unfortunately, not that type of person, and he will not be that type of Supreme Court justice. This nomination is another instance of a long line of attacks on women's rights from the Trump administration. President Trump promised to nominate a justice who would be willing to overturn Roe v. Wade. That was a decision that was supported by a majority of Nevadans and that has long been upheld for decades as settled judicial precedent. We shouldn't be surprised then that Trump has done exactly that. He's nominated an extremist to the Supreme Court. As the saying goes, when someone shows you who they are, you should believe them.
That's right.
The Trump administration has slashed access to women's health care by removing that guarantee and the guarantee that women get accurate information about health care options from their doctors. in eliminating the Affordable Care Act's requirements that employers provide insurance that covers birth control. The Trump administration has made it clear that they care more about their extremist agenda than women's health. The gentleman running against me also shares many of Trump's administrative fringe views. He does not support a woman's right to choose, and in fact, he has worked to restrict access to safe and legal abortion services. He even supports fake health centers, which have been widely criticized for using deceptive practices, including lying to women, to discourage them from having an abortion. When he helped lead the AG's office, the office pushed a partisan ideological agenda against Planned Parenthood, an organization that provides Nevada women access to cancer screenings, contraception, and other life-saving women's health services. Nevadans agree that reproductive freedom is health care. Women should be trusted to make their own health care decisions, and they should be allowed to do so with dignity, privacy, and accurate medical advice. As the majority leader in the state Senate, I was proud to co-sponsor legislation in 2017 that protected affordable and accessible birth control. As Nevada's next Attorney General, I will fiercely defend a woman's right to make her own health care decisions, no matter who sits on the Supreme Court. And now, please let me introduce our next speaker and our next Secretary of State, Assemblyman Nelson Arapa.
Thank you, Majority Leader Ford and Chairman Sisolak. Couldn't be more ecstatic to be here with you all today. Thank you so much to everyone for joining us. And look, I want to echo everything that Commissioner Sisolak and Majority Leader Ford has already said. But I also want to ensure that we said we also reminder to Senator Dean that he was elected to represent us. That we will not forgive his moves. And we know now more than ever that this is going to be a critical and more decisive decision. Our lives are at stake.
Right.
And so I need everyone to do everything within their power to not just pick up their phones, but call their friends and ask them to pick up their phones. Call their neighbors and remind them that these folks were elected to represent us in the U.S. Senate. Sean contadas en el voto que va a hacer el senador Dean Keller. El candidato a la Corte Suprema que ha nominado el presidente Donald Trump no representa los valores y lo que nosotros estimamos como nevadenses, no representa lo que es pelear para nuestra comunidad y para los derechos de nuestras mujeres aquí, para que ellos tengan acceso a cosas útiles que
Sorry, I just saw that sign. I was like, what is it? Sorry, I just saw that one sign. I was like, what is that? I thought that was a Bob Marley poster first.
It's interesting.
Para asegurarnos de que desde este día hasta el día de noviembre nosotros vamos a estar acostumbrándonos, peleando para asegurarnos de que nuestras mujeres tengan todos los derechos que se merecen. The time is now. Look, you're watching an election play itself out in Nevada. The decision could be clear. We have a slate of folks that are standing here in support of women's reproductive services who have shown through their record that we are going to fight until the very end to ensure that women's rights are always on the table and are always put in the forefront of every discussion. And then you have our opposition, who has clearly defined themselves as individuals anti-choice cities. That's not okay. That's not the Nevada way. And we're going to show in great floods come November that in Nevada, we stand up for women. We fight for women. And regardless who the Supreme Court nominee is, we are not going to let go of this fight. This is one of the most consequential elections of our time, and it is up to us to create that change in Nevada and throughout the country. So thank you. With that, let me just finish up our
I have spent my career working with nonprofits deserve equal rights. We deserve the right to choose what happens to our bodies. We deserve the reproductive rights that Nevada has afforded us. The majority of Nevadans,
Hey, why don't you bump into that guy?
pro-choice.
That guy was coming in fast. Didn't want you to bump into
And
him.
this was made clear when voters in Nevada approved a ballot measure putting Roe versus Wade into Nevada state law over 3 decades ago. I urge Senator Dean Heller to oppose Brett Kavanaugh and send a clear message to his colleagues in D.C. that any nominee who fails to recognize these rights and freedoms and uphold Roe versus Wade is not fit to sit on the Supreme Court of the United States. Hello, thank you again all for coming. My name is Cindy Hernandez and I'm the organizer here in Las Vegas for NARAL Pro-Choice Nevada. A lot of our good stuff here. And we've also had folks joining us from Heritage, from the Human Rights Campaign, and Indivisible Paradise. Down there, come here. But you know, the other side, they might have the money, they have the power in Washington, but we have something even better, more important. We have people power. This is just a fraction of the folks here in Nevada who are willing to stand up, protect, and fight for our reproductive freedoms. We have over 30,000 members in Nevada with NARAL who are, you know, we're just starting. This is just day one. Mobilizing folks to call Dean Heller and Senator Castro and let them know that Nevadans care about protecting Roe v. Wade. They care about protecting reproductive freedoms. And we'll continue this fight into November and making sure that these great candidates here that spoke today will get elected and will be able to represent us the way that we deserve to be represented. As Bishop Bola mentioned, we were fortunate in Nevada in the 1990s to have Question 7, which the voters passed and added to our Nevada state constitution protections for abortion access. But we can't just rest on our heels and say, oh, we're fine in Nevada, because we're not. It's very, very real that the Supreme Court in the next year or two can overturn the national Roe v. Wade decision that gives us that constitutional right to access to abortion. And just because we're in Nevada and we have it in our state constitution does not mean we're protected. So now, more than ever, we need to fight. We need to get together and hold our elected leaders accountable. But we also need leadership from unapologetic pro-choice candidates who want to join us today. Before we leave, I want to remind you what America was like before Roe v. Wade. Women were still having abortions, but in unsafe conditions. Thousands and thousands of women from all walks of life all across the country, including here in Nevada, died from unsafe procedures that they performed on themselves, or a friend performed on them, or by someone who was not a doctor and not in safe medical facilities. We can't go back to this. We can't go back to the days where abortion was illegal in this country. It's not about politics. It's about actual people's lives. It's about freedom. And ultimately about trusting women to make the best decision for themselves. So this is just the beginning for us. We will continue to hold our senators accountable and to bring out people to vote this fall. So thank you again for coming out here. And join us. We're going to go up to Senator Heller's office and leave him some letters about what his dad think about his opportunity here to stand up for us and vote against Brett Kavanaugh.
Can I get your name for the photo? And why are you doing this? You're an intern for Nora? So which one?
Coordinated campaign.
Okay.
I just record public events.
We record, can I get your name for the photo?
Just put down CJ.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for saying it.
Just put it right in your pocket.
You want to ride with me? You're welcome. I know.
So you're with Narao? You're with Pro Narao?
Coordinator campaign.
Wait, what campaign? Did you say Coney campaign?
Coordinator.
Coordinator, okay. Sorry, I couldn't hear that. I thought you said Coney for some reason.
No. Am I going to get to be in an attack ad?
Don't know.
We'll see. I was streamed to being on television.
This thing's gonna be so shaky because he's shaking like a baby.
It's hot. It's hard to keep the camera up all the time.
Thank you, Senator.
Thank you. Bye-bye.